Look at this cool shot with a blurry background. This is just a cheap little consumer camcorder with a tiny little sensor. So in this little pouch here, I have a light stand, a reflector, and a camcorder. In this little pouch here, we're gonna go have some fun with it today. This camera is threading on the front, so I can have an ND and a polarizing filter on the front, which helps me be able to get the shallow depth of field on a bright sunny day. So there's the camera right there in the middle. You can barely see it's in the shade, so it's not getting any flares. And this is how far away the camera is from me. This is where I am. I'm here, and the camera is way down there, and she's reflecting me with, blinding me with the reflector here. So here I am, probably over 50 feet away. This is a Panasonic VX981 camcorder. It has a really long zoom. The camera is probably 50 feet away. It's zoomed all the way in, and I have it wide open. And notice a nice blurry background here. This is a small sensor camcorder, and I'm getting a blurry background. I'm zoomed as far as possible. It's quite a zoom. Now, obviously, if you're half a mile away, your shot's not going to be very sharp. So this is 2/3 of the way in. This is zoomed in 2/3 of the way. And the background is not as out of focus, but it still looks pretty darn cool. Remember, this is a tiny little camcorder sensor. It's 1/2/3, and it still gives you a really cool look. I don't have an audio recorder. I'm just talking into a cell phone. I don't even have a microphone hooked up to it or anything. But look at what you can get from just little cheap consumer stuff. It's pretty cool. All right, now the camera is still 2/3 zoomed in, but I brought it closer to me, and look at the background. It is more out of focus. So all of this look that is determined by how close the camera is, how far it's zoomed in, what the f-stop is, and how far away the background is. But if you get the right combination of everything, you get something pretty cinematic looking like this. And this is with a cheap little consumer camcorder. And look at how cinematic you can look with a camcorder, a cheap little camcorder, nothing, no pro anything. That last shot was 1080p 16 manual. This is 4K intelligent auto. So you cannot control the f-stop, but because I got the ND filter on the polarizing filter, chances are it's going to be wide open because that really darkens the shot, which still gives you a really cool look. I'm not that far away now. I'm only like 15 feet from the camera, so I'm pretty darn close to the camera. And so you can still get a pretty nice cinematic looking look with a camcorder when you're not that far away. So it's not just the distance, how far away the camera is. It's, like I said, it's 4 different things. There, I just turned the polarizing filter and it's a different look. Okay, I'm in the exact same spot. I just moved the camera further back and zoomed in to 90%. It's still intelligent auto 4K, have a nice blurry background. So yeah, this does 4K too. Matter of fact, it even has an HDMI out, so you can put it into an external recorder if you want. Now, I'm not saying to particularly get this exact one. I'm just saying try and get one that's got at least a 1/2/3 sensor, or 1 inch is even better. And you can start getting stuff like this. Camcorders are pretty affordable, especially the consumer ones, because most people don't use camcorders anymore. I love them. You just turn them on, push record, and it records. And you don't have to think too much. And this is auto. And right now, what you're seeing is in full auto. All right, now I'm zooming out so you can see what it looks like when I'm zoomed out. This is what it looks like when it's zoomed out. Look at the difference. And now we're going to zoom back in, and you should have a better looking thing when you zoom in closer again. Does it look better? Okay. Is it? She's nodding her head. Okay. So you can get so many different looks that are cool with a cheap camcorder. When you're out in the middle of nowhere, you don't have professional equipment, use what you got. I could be using tin foil to reflect into my face if I had to. And I like having my face away from the sun because then you get a nice hair light. So the sun's hitting my head. So anyway, just thought I'd give you a little inspiration here. Okay, that's it. Bye.